Hi, my name is Justin Pagel, and I own and run a residential remodeling company out of Wisconsin. I seen Brian's content a little bit over a year ago. At that time, I was a part of a couple of different contractor groups, both paid and free. And I definitely can't discredit them at all. I got some really good foundational work. I saw a lot of successes in my business, but the one thing that I never felt comfortable with and I didn't feel good about was my sales process. And I guess I can't even say that because I didn't really have a sales process. I had a couple of things written down before showing up at their house, a couple of word tracks to use while being there, but that was about it. And I just never felt that it jived with my type of personality. And so I scheduled a call with Brian, and he was great. I mean, his personality, some of the things that he said, I could just tell that he cared more about me and my company than he cared about putting me in a box and just kind of charging me money and pushing me through a process and like not caring about the end result. And so I talked with a couple of the guys in the groups, everything checked out. I mean, Brian is one of the most knowledgeable people that I've ever met. And if you're like me, when you get around people that are knowledgeable, you listen to them, you take notes, and you implement. And so that was a no-brainer for me. I saw that he was doing some sales training, and I wasn't able to attend the first one. Was expecting our second daughter at the time, so I knew I was going to hop on the second one. And a training came up in July of 23, which was about 3 weeks ago now. And I can say in that week-long training, my mind was blown. I mean, it has completely changed my business, not just in the sales process, but everything. The way I think about processes in my business, the way I tackle issues that come forward. Of course, my sales process in general, but every process that I have, I mean, in the way that I think. So at this point, we are a little bit over 3 weeks from returning from that sales training. And I mean, it has completely changed my business, not just in the sales process, but everything. The way I think about processes in my business, the way I tackle issues that come forward. Of course, my sales process in general, but every process that I have, I mean, in the way that I think. So at this point, we are a little bit over 3 weeks from returning from that sales training, and I just literally threw everything in the garbage. And I told Brian I was going to do that, and he kind of laughed at me. And we said implement one thing at a time and kind of get into it. And I said, screw it. I threw everything in the trash, and I started his sales process. Of course, I fell flat on my face a couple of times, but at this point, 3 weeks after the training, I've sold more during that 3 weeks than I had the 7 months prior. And I'm just getting started. I mean, I'm still falling on my face, meeting with clients. So I can't imagine once I get this process down and I get all the other systems that I've learned that I need to implement down, and all the notes that I've taken, once I start to cross those off, man, I am so excited. And I can't tell you enough and compliment Brian and just his personality, his genuineness, and all the stuff that he has learned throughout the years in business and all the failures that he's made, and then basically helps people not make those same mistakes and fast tracks is essentially what it is. So if you have not yet talked to Brian, if you have not yet went to one of the free Friday Contractor Life Academy calls, you need to get there. And then you need to attend one of his trainings. And if you're worried about the investment that it takes to go to one of those trainings, think about the investment that you're ultimately going to have once you learn his process and you're able to implement it for the next 20, 30, 40 years that you're in business. You'll thank me and you'll thank him, which I'm doing right now. So thank you so much, Brian, and I appreciate it. And I'm so excited to continue to implement and learn and see where my business goes. So thanks, man.